More pay-to-play fundraisers for Trudeau's Liberals. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. We've been telling you for some time about strange patterns with Liberal fundraising at the federal level. The announcement of fundraisers across the country where cabinet ministers will attend. People can pay big bucks to go see them. And then, just a day or so before the event, the public announcement that allows for the minister to travel on your dime, on my dime. Well, that's made public, even though Liberal partisans have known for weeks that the minister was coming to town, all so they could do a fundraiser. There's a short check presentation somewhere. We pick up the tab. They fly home with a bag full of cash for the Liberal Party. Lately, there have been more revelations on this front. We told you about the Globe and Mail report on the Halifax fundraiser, $1,500 a head. This was for business executives, many of whom could benefit from Bill Morneau's coming budget. Morneau's initial response, he was doing budget consultations. Well, now there's news of another one, November 7th in Toronto. This is one of the hidden ones that we told you about last week, the Liberal Party using secret coding to block the public from accessing certain fundraisers for Morneau and International Trade Minister Chrystia Freeland. Well, the November 7th one is being hosted and organized by several top business people in Toronto, including Barry Sherman. He is one of the top executives at Apotex. This is a generic drug maker in the Toronto area that is registered to lobby the finance department. Now, the company issued a statement saying that Barry Sherman is doing this of his own accord, that this is not part of a corporate strategy, it's not part of their official lobbying efforts, and all of that is done through their duly registered lobbyist, who happens to be John Duffy, a longtime Liberal here in Ottawa. But it does raise questions about high-end people getting access to the finance minister that nobody else can as he's on his pre-budget consultation tour. It's something that both Rona Ambrose and Tom Mulcair raised in the House of Commons.
Mr. Speaker, fundraising by the Prime Minister's most senior cabinet ministers has now crossed the ethical line. From drug company executives to mining tech tycoons, this cash for access fundraising with the finance minister makes it seem like the Liberals learned nothing from the 1990s. These fundraisers are unethical and they violate the Prime Minister's own rules to raise money from people who are seeking preferential access to government. Why is the Prime Minister ordering his ministers to be star attractions at these cash for access Liberal Party fundraisers?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Canadians know that they elected a government that is more open and accessible to all Canadians than ever before. The amount of consultations our ministers are doing, listening to Canadians, is actually the subject of much mirth and criticism from our opponents across the aisle. But we get out and are accessible to everyone.
The Prime Minister has given clear directives forbidding the sort of cash for access fundraising that a number of ministers have been caught participating in. But last week, when we raised the problem, the Prime Minister refused to admit anything was wrong or to return the money. And today we find out why. The Prime Minister has his own sketchy fundraisers on the go. So Canadians are wondering, has the Prime Minister lifted his ban on pay-for-play permanently, or just as long as he's doing it?
The response from the government to both of them? Well, completely dismissive.
As Canadians watch what's going on in the electoral cycle south of the border, we can be confident that the system we have in place is actually tremendously powerful in terms of keeping individual donations low, banning corporate donations, banning union donations. The rules in place ensure that when those rules are followed, there are no ethical breaches. There is openness, transparency, accountability, and the expectations of openness that Canadians expect of all their members of Parliament.
Now, the Liberals have a real problem on their hands here. Justin Trudeau put out a mandate in his open government letter saying that there should be no perceived conflict of interest, no ability for people to think that people are getting special access because they attend fundraisers. And here, again, you've got another minister being the high-end person who everyone's coming to see. They're people that they regulate. This may be on a smaller dollar figure than what Kathleen Wynne was doing, $6,000-7,000 a head or more for ministers that regulated certain business types to go out and schmooze with. But again, this is not just open to the general public. This is not a $500 a head ticket that you can buy. This is $500 a head that a select group of people within certain business circles will invite all of their friends to. They'll get a chance to bend the minister's ear for that money, and the minister will take their advice and move on to his next so-called consultation. It stinks to high heaven. It's the type of thing that Trudeau should be discouraging. It's the type of thing that when they were in opposition, they raked the Conservatives over the coals. I can only remember two ministers getting in difficulty for this in any serious way, Bev Oda and Shelley Glover, both of them while they were at Heritage Committee and members of the arts community through fundraisers for them. Cameras showed up. There was story after story, and the Liberals bayed at the moon over it. Now you've got the Minister of Finance going across the country having high-end fundraisers with high-end people, all as he's doing his budget consultation. It stinks to high heaven. It has to stop, but Trudeau and company, just like Kathleen Wynne, can't give up collecting the money. Hey, hope you like what you just saw. If you did, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can just click down right here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, never miss another Rebel video again, or head on over to the rebel.media and join thousands upon thousands of other great Canadians by becoming a member. And then you can access premium content only members can access.